The latest letter from the Zodiac poses more questions than it answers. Questions like, why has he only communicated twice in the past 9 years? Has he killed in that time? No clues in the latest letter. But more importantly, who is the Zodiac and where is he?
Welcome to the Last Dance Macabre. Today, we explore one of the most enduring and chilling mysteries in true crime, the Zodiac Killer. This case, filled with cryptic messages, unsolved murders, and tantalizing clues, continues to fascinate and baffle investigators and enthusiasts alike. Join us as we unravel the latest theories and delve deep into the enigma of the Zodiac Killer. On December 20th, 1968, high school sweethearts Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were murdered near Vallejo, California. The couple had parked on Lake Herman Road when an unknown assailant approached. David was shot in the head at close range, and Betty Lou, trying to escape, was shot 5 times in the back. Police arrived to find their bodies and .22 caliber shell casings, but no witnesses or clear motive. The lack of evidence left authorities puzzled and the community in fear. The brutal murders shocked Vallejo, shattering the sense of safety. Media coverage fueled public anxiety, with growing speculation about a serial killer. In the following years, the self-proclaimed Zodiac Killer struck again, taunting police with cryptic letters. The tragic deaths of Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday mark the beginning of the Zodiac Killer's reign of terror, a chilling reminder of the ongoing quest for justice. On July 4, 1969, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau were attacked at Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo, California. A stranger approached their car and opened fire with a 9mm Luger. Darlene was killed by multiple gunshots, while Michael survived with severe injuries. The crime scene yielded 9mm shell casings, and a caller claiming responsibility for the attack, as well as the earlier murders of Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, contacted the Vallejo police. Michael described the attacker as a heavy-set white male around 5 feet 8 inches to 5 feet 9 inches. The attack intensified public fear and media attention, confirming the presence of a serial killer in the area. Despite extensive investigation, including analysis of the shell casings and Zodiac's subsequent letters, the perpetrator's identity remains unknown. On September 27, 1969, at Lake Berryessa, Napa County, college students Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were attacked by a man wearing a hood with the Zodiac symbol. The attacker tied them up, claiming he was an escaped convict, then stabbed Brian 6 times and Cecilia 10 times. Before leaving, the killer wrote a message on Brian's car door, listing his previous attacks and marking this one with September 27, 69, 6:30 by knife. Brian survived by playing dead, while Cecilia later died from her injuries. About an hour after the attack, the killer called the Napa County Sheriff's Office from a payphone, reporting the crime and taking responsibility. Fingerprints from the phone were collected but did not match any in police databases.
I considered him a robber. I had absolutely no thought that he was anything but that. And when we were at this robbery stage, I didn't consider any real threat to my life or to the girl or anything. I really didn't consider this, but I really wanted to help him. And
did he seem as though he would like your help at all?
No, he didn't, and he didn't even end up taking the money. But I
bear no grudge.
Well, of course not. I don't think that he was acting under his total complete consciousness. And when a man is, if you don't mind using the word sick, you can't hold this against them. But the real concern that I have is that he doesn't do this again. I'd like to see some people save this experience.
Early last Saturday evening, Celia Shepard and Brian Hartnell, both in their early 20s, were sitting on this knoll of land overlooking part of Lake Berryessa. They thought they were alone, but there was a third man on this knoll, a man who wore a medieval-style executioner's hood, carried a knife and gun, and intended to use them.
On the night of October 11, 1969, the Zodiac Killer committed his 4th confirmed murder in the Presidio Heights neighborhood of San Francisco. The victim was Paul Stein, a 29-year-old cab driver. Paul Stein picked up a passenger near the intersection of Mason and Geary Streets. The passenger requested to be taken to Washington and Maple Streets. However, Stein drove 1 block past the intended destination and stopped at the intersection of Washington and Cherry Streets. At approximately 9:55 p.m., the passenger shot Stein once in the head with a 9mm handgun, killing him instantly. After the murder, the killer took Stein's wallet, car keys, and a piece of his bloodstained shirt. He then wiped down the cab to remove fingerprints. 3 teenage witnesses observed the murder from a nearby house and immediately called the police, providing a description of the suspect as a white male, about 25 to 30 years old, 5 feet 8 inches to 5 feet 10 inches tall, with a crew cut and glasses. However, due to a police dispatcher's error, the suspect was mistakenly described as a black male, which led to a critical missed opportunity. Just blocks away from the crime scene, 2 police officers encountered a man matching the correct description but did not stop him as they were searching for a black suspect. 2 days later, the Zodiac Killer sent a letter to the San Francisco Chronicle claiming responsibility for the murder. Enclosed with the letter was a piece of Paul Stein's bloody shirt as proof. In this letter, the Zodiac also threatened to attack a school bus, causing widespread panic. This murder marked a significant change in the Zodiac's pattern, as it was the only one carried out in an urban area. Despite the proximity of witnesses and the quick response of law enforcement, the Zodiac Killer managed to escape and was never identified.
As were inspected, and the 2 letters were examined and opened. One of them contained several pages, a rambling story about his intentions and what he had been doing and so on. And the other one contained a greeting card. The front side of it merely had a picture of a fountain pen, but the reverse side of it had some more information from him. These have been carefully examined and everything.
The Zodiac Killer's letters are a crucial part of his infamy, revealing his psychological state and methods. The police have confirmed a total of 18 letters as being from the Zodiac Killer. His first letters, sent on July 31, 1969, to the San Francisco Chronicle, San Francisco Examiner, and Vallejo Times-Herald, claimed responsibility for several murders and included a cryptogram that hinted at his perverse pleasure in killing. On August 4, 1969, he introduced his signature phrase, "This is the Zodiac speaking," in a letter to the San Francisco Examiner, providing details about the crimes to confirm his identity. His next significant letter, on October 13, 1969, included a piece of Paul Stein's bloodstained shirt and threatened to attack school buses, escalating public fear. The Zodiac continued his pattern of taunting and threatening in subsequent letters. On November 8, 1969, he sent a greeting card with a new cryptogram, which was solved decades later. The following day, he described a bomb he claimed to have built to blow up a school bus. In December 1969, he wrote to celebrity lawyer Melvin Belli, expressing a need for help and sending another piece of Stein's shirt. Throughout 1970, he sent more letters, including claims of additional crimes and new threats. His final confirmed letter, dated January 29, 1974, referred to the film The Exorcist and included a peculiar symbol. These 18 letters not only taunted authorities, but also demonstrated the Zodiac's desire for recognition, and his disturbing need to create fear and confusion. Was never identified.
Louisiana businessman made the startling discovery after a 10-year search helped him identify Best as his biological father. This photo shows a striking resemblance between Best and a sketch of the Zodiac Killer. Gary Stewart's father died in 1984, but he says forensic experts have matched his father's handwriting to cryptic notes the killer left behind. So far, San Francisco police have not reviewed the book, but they have investigated and cleared more than 2,500 other suspects. The killer claims he murdered as many as 37 people, but the evidence, including letters and cards the killer sent to the press and swatches of bloody clothing, have baffled detectives. As of today, the Zodiac Killer has only been officially connected to 5 deaths.
I see him pull his knife, and in just kind of in one fell swoop, I feel the knife buried in my back.
My grandpa is the motherfucking Zodiac Killer, and this is not clickbait, so please, I need the power of the internet to share this, bookmark it, and blow my comment section up. I want to start off by saying this is not just based off physical appearance. I typed in my grandpa's name on Google the other day, and to my fucking surprise, internet sleuths have been throwing my grandpa's name around for years, connecting him as the Zodiac motherfucking killer. As you can see here in all these pictures on the screen somewhere, that it looks exactly like my grandpa.
The Zodiac Killer case has seen several notable suspects, some of them. Arthur Lee Allen was a primary suspect due to his violent history and connections to the Zodiac, including similarities in handwriting and a Zodiac-like watch. Edward Edwards, a convicted serial killer known for false confessions, was another suspect. Ross Sullivan, who worked near the site of the 1966 Shirley Joe Bates murder, matched a suspect sketch and had a history of mental illness. Bruce Davis, a Manson family member with a violent past, was considered due to his presence in the Bay Area during the Zodiac's active years. The latest theory comes from J.Foy_3.0, a TikTok star who has claimed that his grandfather was the Zodiac Killer. According to J.Foy_3.0, his grandfather's background and behaviors align with descriptions of the Zodiac, and he has shared this theory extensively on social media. However, this claim has not been substantiated with concrete evidence, and it remains a subject of debate and skepticism. DNA testing on Zodiac evidence has not matched known suspects, keeping the investigation open and the killer's identity unresolved. Theories about family members and new claims like J.Foy_3.0's continue to intrigue but have yet to provide conclusive answers.
Richard Marshall was one of many who shared characteristics with Zodiac and was questioned by police.
I must have a double floating around. I hope the poor guy doesn't look like me, but the fact is that the characteristics you just mentioned fit me almost to a T.
Get me for the simple reason that I've never killed anyone in my life and don't intend to. There are a lot of people around who with all this bad publicity, are probably sure that I'm a Zodiac. People who know me, no problem. Thank God for our Constitution, because that says a person is innocent until proven guilty. I enjoy a good tussle, but hey, even odds. There were coincidences.
Thanks for tuning into the Last Dance Macabre. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Don't forget to share this video with others who might be interested in the mystery of the Zodiac Killer. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Who do you think is the most credible suspect in the Zodiac case? And what topic should we cover in our next video? Your input is invaluable to us. Thank you so much for your support and for spending your time with us. We look forward to bringing you more intriguing content soon. Until next time.